Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cruiserweight Classic, Round 2. First up, we got the Chosen One Mario versus the Suicide Kid, Chris Stevens. And here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cruiserweight Classic. We are now officially here at Round 2. And man, oh man, what can I say? We've had a great first round, don't get me wrong. But round 2 is just going to be epic because now we're narrowing it down to the well, not the last competitors precisely, but we're narrowing it down to see who are the real top contenders of this Cruiserweight Classic tournament really is. Not to knock off the guys that lost, but, you know, like I said, all these men that have competed here tonight have a really, really, really bright future ahead of them. And like I said, one of these men are going to be walking in to Monday Night Raw in the very first ever 2K17 Universe mode as the Cruiserweight Champion of the World. And it's going to be a pretty damn good one, I'm not going to lie to you. So, when we look at great talent, look no further. The Cruiserweights are pretty damn good. We look at Mario, what he's done, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen the Hall of Fame in 2K16, but, let's go ahead and go over it in case you haven't heard or don't know what he's done. See, in the past, in 2K16, he's competed in NXT, SmackDown Live, and Raw. The only brand he hasn't competed for or against was, well, he's actually competed against, but he never fought for the brand of the Land of Extreme, ECW. He has fought on Raw, SmackDown Live, and NXT. He's been the NXT Champion and the NXT Tag Champions. And not only that, but he's actually been the Intercontinental Champion a couple of times. But let alone, he's been a Tag Team Champion once, but that's because he's held it longer than anybody else, the longest reigning Tag Team Champion of all time. And not only that, but when we look at things, he's held 9 major championships. And if you don't know what that means he's a 9-time world champion. That includes the BITW championship once. And let's see, how else would that be? That'd be a 5, let me say, I think it's 6-time WWE world champion and a 2-time world heavyweight champion. I do believe so myself. And that's a great career alone, and that was more than Hall of Fame worthy. So, like I said, he deserved it. And look at that, man! Springboard Phoenix Flash might be enough. Referee gets the count, 2 and only 2. And let's go ahead and talk about Chris Stevens. Chris Stevens has competed on NXT. He actually beat Mario to become the NXT champion for the first time in his career. So this is going to be a pretty damn good contest to see how this match ends up. No, excuse me, I'm talking about Boss Mode. Sorry about that. Boss Mode was to do it, but Chris Stevens actually beat Boss Mode to win the coveted NXT Championship, and he would hold that championship longer than anybody else in the Creator Wrestler FRJ Productions history. So that feat alone is good enough to be recognized by some of the best superstars around the world. And not only that, but look at that. A roll-up converted into a super kick. That might be enough. Here we go. Come on, referee. Start hitting the mat. 1, 2, and no, only 2. You see, Chris Stevens is, he's competed, once he was done on NXT, winning the NXT Championship and the NXT, be the longest reigning NXT Champion of all time. I mean, there was almost nothing else for him to do. He would go to Monday Night Raw and struggle, of course, but eventually he'll capture the United States Championship. And that wouldn't be the only time. As a matter of fact, he would capture it a combined 4 times. And that'll be longer than anybody else. That'll be more title reigns as the U.S. Champion than anybody else. And not only that, but he eventually won the World Heavyweight Championship twice. And right now, Mario looking to advance to the finals. And only 2.5! Wow! This is incredible, man. The Cruiserweight Championship is a coveted title held by many superstars, and let's go ahead and get down to some historic feats, okay? The Cruiserweight Championship has been held by many great athletes in WWE history. We got Jamie Noble. He's held the Cruiserweight Championship, and he was a good champion. Yeah, he was a good champion. Don't get me wrong. But when we look back at some bigger names, like we look at Eddie Guerrero. We look at Chavo, not Chavo, but yeah, Chavo Guerrero was a pretty damn good cruiserweight champion. We look at Eddie and Chavo. We look at Rey Mysterio, and you know, 2 out of the 3 of those guys became world champions. And you know, I mean, those 2 guys are the only 2 guys that have held championships. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Chris Stevens with the pedigree. And oh, what the hell? What the hell is this? I'm sorry to interrupt the commentary, ladies and gentlemen, but we have a special guest coming in here to ringside, and that's, if you don't know who that is, ladies and gentlemen, that's the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And the referee's about to count. He's almost at 3 and only 2, able to kick out just in the nick of time. But AJ Styles is out here, surprisingly enough, for some odd unknown reason. I don't know what his business is, but I just hope to God that he stays out of this contest, because we have 2 good competitors that are going to put on a show for the great people that are here in attendance tonight, and for those watching at home. And I really do hope he stays out of everybody's way and make sure that this match goes on uninterfered. And the referee looking to count at 1, 2, and only 2. But yes, that Cruiserweight Championship has developed some really good superstars, and I'm going to tell you this, a high percentage of superstars who've held the Cruiserweight title have not been a world champion off the bat. But that doesn't mean they've been great competitors in WWE. That doesn't mean they've never been in discussion of becoming a Hall of Famer. As a matter of fact, the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion in the history of WWE was Gregory Helms. And man, oh man, once he was done with being the Hurricane, he became serious, he became deadly, and he became brutal. And hold on, this match might be over right now. Only 2. Once he became Gregory Helms, and he went berserk. He held that Cruiserweight Championship longer than anybody else in WWE history, and he's the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion of all time. And let's say the most unappreciative stat among that is the last Cruiserweight champion, Hornswoggle. Yeah, you thought Victor wrestling in a gorilla suit was bad. Hornswoggle is currently the last Cruiserweight champion to ever exist in WWE. But that's going to change. And oh, what the hell is this? What the hell? Look at that. The superplex into the Falcon Arrow. 1, 2. Might be. Oh my god. Only 2. I don't believe that. That was just incredible. But yes, we have 4 men right now who are competing in this Cruiserweight Classic who have the opportunity. That's right. The opportunity to squash that stat of Hornswoggle being the last Cruiserweight champion ever and making it someone else. It could be Chris Stevens. It could be Mario. It could be Bo Wiz. It could be Jay King. As long as it's not Hornswoggle. Please don't be Hornswoggle. There's no way, because of course it's not going to be Hornswoggle. Look at Mario, though. He's back on track, and he missed that double axe handle, and now, wait a minute. He was going for a back suplex. Stevens was, but he wasn't able to do it. And now Mario's got Stevens right where he wants him, and what do you let him go for? That doesn't make any sense. Oh my goodness! Straight elbow to the skull of Chris Stevens. Man! There is no remorse being shown by either superstar, and I like it. You know, I'm not for watching a superstar get hurt and badly injured, but I appreciate the fact that these 2 are putting on a show to become champion. That's what the Cruiserweight title means to them, and the Calf Crusher's locked in, and AJ Styles loving it. It looks like AJ Styles is a huge fan of Mario. It looks like, since he's out here and he's cheering for the Calf Crusher. And oh! Spinning heel kick. Stevens is calling for it. He's setting it up. This match might be over, and the kick to the abdomen, hooks the arms, and there it is. Pedigree! That should all but do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Stevens advances to the finals. 1, 2, and oh, what? A kick out? Are you freaking kidding me? There is no way Mario was able to kick out before the count of 3. Uh-oh. Stevens is getting fired up. He wants the chosen one to get up so he can be the chosen one to go down. And there it is. Stevens is now working on the skull of Mario, and that's a pretty good maneuver because his finishing maneuver at least right now is the pedigree, and so far he's been attacking the skull. And once you wear that head down, you don't really know where you are. You can probably get a concussion. You can get a serious head injury, and I mean, it's like I said, I'm not for getting superstars injured, but I mean, you play smart, you can end the match from the referee calling it, saying, you know what, we can't continue the match. Ring the bell. Just ring the bell. We don't want somebody to get severely injured on our watch. So, and look at this. Oh, and the phenomenal forearm. How badly botched was that hit? Now it looks like Mario has Stevens up and into a German. And that's the pin combo. 1, 2. Oh, man. Mario was half a second away from punching his ticket into the finals. And, oh, look at that counter from Stevens. Stevens got some up, and oh, look at that, a counter from Mario yet again. Oh, and a counter from Stevens. Stevens got Mario into a bridge suplex, and that's, oh, what? No pin attempt. I mean, there was a pin attempt, but the referee said, nope, can't do it. And I would assume that's because Mario had his foot underneath the bottom rope. And that was a good call from the referee, so that you got to have some good calls here, and not a lot of people in the WWE referee-wise are pretty good at doing it. And referee's telling Chris Stevens to back off. Oh, he's checking on Mario. Mario might be severely injured right now, and he wants to make sure. Oh, okay, referee gives the signal that the match is going to continue. And, I mean, this is getting out of hand. I mean, I hope this match does end pretty soon. I don't care who wins, but mainly I would not want Mario to win right now because he looks like he's in bad condition. He could be walking out as a winner, but he might not. His career might be ending before it even begins. And now that turnbuckle powerbomb, Chris Stevens is looking to end the match, and oh, there you go, kick to the gut, hooks the arms, pedigree. That should all but do it. Here comes Chris Stevens. 1, 2 to go to the finals. He did it. There is your glorified winner, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Stevens is advancing to the finals of the Cruiserweight Classic, in which he'll battle to determine who will be the next and the very first reinstated Cruiserweight champion. Not only that, but the winner will receive a contract to Monday Night Raw. And these highlights were just absolutely incredible. You see the back and forth contests, but I say the last 5 minutes of the match were definitely all Chris Stevens. He had the match right in the palm of his hands at that point on. Once the referee had to check Mario to see if he was okay, that was it. It was all downhill from there, and Chris Stevens was able to capitalize and walk out victorious. And right there, the pedigree was the one last pedigree was all it took to put this match away and to send his ticket all the way to the finals. Congratulations, Chris Stevens. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Chris Stevens will be advancing into the finals, and you already know what's on the line. The Cruiserweight Championship of the World and a contract to Monday Night Raw. So thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Round 2 of the semifinals will be up momentarily. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one.